What up and welcome to Rama Screen YouTube channel, and here's my review of Netflix new anime series, Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. Let's rock this. Okay, since the review embargo lives on the same exact night as this show's premiere, there's not really any need anymore to tiptoe around the details, but I'll try my best to not spoil too much, okay? I freaking love this adaptation. It's a hell of a lot better version than the 2010 movie, which I also remembered enjoying, but this animated format was and is the right way to go about telling Scott Pilgrim's story. I mean, it gives you time to explore aspects that the movie could not, and Scott Pilgrim Takes Off is a lot more snappy, snazzy, and upbeat, and full of energy that electrifies from start to finish. The animation quality is terrific. It doesn't just pay homage to old school video games, but on top of that, it's got that active imagination that totally runs wild. It's like a constant, endless lightning bolt of visual creativity that jolts you with crazy excitement. Scott Pilgrim Takes Off got cool written all over it. Based on the graphic novels by Brian Lee O'Malley, Scott Pilgrim Takes Off revisits and reimagines the beloved cult classic, taking Ramona Flowers, her evil exes, Scott and his friends off on a mysterious new action-packed journey to find love. Created for television and showrun by Brian Lee O'Malley and Ben David Grabinski, the original film's director, co-writer, and producer Edgar Wright serves as executive producer. In Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, Scott Pilgrim meets the girl of his dreams, Ramona Flowers, and discovers he must defeat her 7 evil exes in order to date her. But this time, things get even more complicated. This series reunites the original film cast to reprise their roles, including Michael Cera, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Satya Baba, Kieran Culkin, Chris Evans, Anna Kendrick, Brie Larson, Alison Pill, Aubrey Plaza, Brandon Routh, Jason Schwartzman, Johnny Simmons, Mark Webber, Mae Whitman, and Ellen Wong. Gotta be honest with you, the first couple of episodes kinda upset me, cause I was like, what the hell? This is the same storyline as the movie. Why would they rehash this thing all over again just for this? I could have easily just rewatched the movie and get the same damn thing. Bloody hell. But, little did I know that this show eventually takes on a life of its own. And I'm glad that I was patient enough to sit through the first few episodes, because the way that the story deviates is just absolutely marvelous and clever and funny, and it has a profound conclusion about not running away from the ones you love. At one point, Ramona even becomes the lead character, which allows her to be more than just an object of affection. The ways in which the story on this show may be different from the graphic novels are all done with the characters and the fans in mind. Yes, each episode has its set of awesome, memorable fights, some more unexpected and peculiar than others, but the story snowballs into this self-realization journey that we never thought we needed. And because of that, each and every one of the exes gets to also shine, not just Scott and Ramona. So many Japanese influences on this show. I mean, the animation studio is Science Saru, so you'd be correct to categorize Scott Pilgrim Takes Off as anime, and the theme song is composed by a Japanese band, and some of the episodes also have that anime style that are both adorable and wacky simultaneously. And you know what? I remember in 2010, the live-action movie flopped at the box office because men were watching The Expendables and the women were watching Eat, Pray, Love that very same weekend, and the rest of the demographics did not quite know what to make of Scott Pilgrim versus the World. In hindsight, Edgar Wright and his team probably should have gone the anime route from the get-go, from the beginning. Because after having watched these new episodes of Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, I'm like, why didn't they think of this before? Why couldn't they have done this back in 2010? They should have done this instead of the live-action movie. Granted, streaming services were not a thing back then, but it could have aired on some broadcasting network and it would have been popular, as opposed to getting defeated in theaters by Sly Stallone and Julia Roberts. But what's done is done. You can't change the past. All I can say is I highly recommend Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. Rounding up the original voice cast must have been an insurmountable task, because most of these names are now big stars in their own right. So to fit their busy schedules into this project is already an impressive achievement in and of itself. And they all come back to their respective characters like they never left at all. They truly understand their characters down pat. And this show's got so many inside jokes that will crack you up. Incredibly entertaining. So yeah, overall I give Scott Pilgrim Takes Off the rating of 4.5 out of 5. There are a total of 8 episodes, but each episode only runs 25 minutes short, so the show goes by pretty fast, and you can finish watching all of them in one afternoon. I don't know if there's gonna be a season 2, but if this show ends up being just a one-off, the story wraps itself up with a nice little bow on top. So that's it, that's my review of Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. Smash that like button, hit that notification bell, share this video with everyone you know, share your thoughts in the comment section below, and as always, subscribe. Let's rock this.